Today I'm going to show you a primitive way of cooking crawfish, and it's going to be using a stick. It's called split stick, and this is quite a bit different from what we usually think of when we think of cooking crawfish. Usually we think of crawfish boils, Louisiana, but if you're in a primitive setting or if you are in a survival situation, you might not always have that pot or pan to boil them with. So we're going to be using a stick today. Now right here below me, it's still January, but it's starting to warm up here in Texas. And the crawfish have begun to move. So we've got some beautiful red swamp crawfish. You'll take a look there. It's not going to want to let go. And I've got several of them in here. Beautiful large claws. You don't want to get your hands caught in there. But what we're going to go ahead and do is dispatch these real quick, because I don't want to cook them live. And what that usually means in your kitchens is that you're going to scramble the brain. Pretty much a really hard blow back here where their brain is, and we'll go ahead and rig them up and show you how to cook them over a campfire. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get this bamboo prepared, and what I'm going to do is here in the middle of the length of bamboo, I'm going to split it, and what I want to do is just make a gap. I don't want to split it all the way down the end. I just want something that I can open up and allow itself to retract upon. Put the blade straight down, and when you do this, make sure that your hand's not anywhere that you're going to slip and get cut. But you can see that this bamboo splits right down the middle. So look around at your plants, everything around your area. Try and find plants to do this. Open it up just a little bit with my knife, and you're going to have to gauge how far you're going to go down. So kind of looks like battening at this point. And there you go. Okay. So I've got a gap right here. I can open it up just like that. And it's got enough spring to this bamboo that it'll close up on its own. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to use that to pretty much hold or clamp the crawfish in place as I hold them over the fire. It works out pretty well. Alright, so let's go ahead and load up our crawfish. Now you don't want to sit there and try and use both hands to keep this thing open. So what I'll usually do is push my blade through the gap you've made, and if you need to open it up a little bit, all you've got to do is twist, and that gap opens readily. Now what we're going to be putting into the gap are the claws of the crawfish. So you will be able to get a little bit of meat out of the crawfish claw, and it'll cook inside the bamboo. But what we're really looking for is the tail meat, and if you're surviving, you definitely want to eat the organs, the internal organs. So everything's game. You don't really want to eat the shell, but everything else definitely want to get at. Always make sure that you are cooking your food adequately. So a lot of times what you can do is get those big claws stuffed inside, and then you can slide them down to where you haven't gapped as much, just like that. All right. One after another. So we're going to load all of them up and start cooking. Alright guys, well there you go. There's 5 crawfish on a stick ready to be cooked up. Now place them over the fire however you'd like, but you need to make sure that they are high enough above the flames that you're not cooking the shell. You also want to make sure that however you are positioning them over the fire, it's not so delicate that wind or something knocks them down and you lose your meal. So cook them slow. In about 10-15 minutes you should have a meal to go. So we're going to stoke up the fire a little bit, and we'll see how they taste. Alright, well it's been about 10 minutes and I'm ready to call it. That bamboo is starting to get really black and burn, and that tells me that there's probably been a lot of heat, plenty enough heat to get these guys cooked all the way through. So go ahead and take them off the flame for our dying campfire. And I smell seafood. They're a little bit hot, so probably want to let them cool down a little bit. These guys have a lot of moisture inside of them, especially within their mouth area. And if that started boiling and you go ahead and get that on you, you're going to hurt yourself. So give it a minute or so, and we'll try these guys out. Okay, so eating your crawfish. Traditionally, you're just going to take the tail off, and so side to side, and that's your meat right there. Okay, and there's a lot of debate on how you go from here as far as how you peel the tail, but you break the two sides of the shell. It's much easier when you boil them, and you're pretty much just going to free up all that muscle meat in the tail to eat. Okay, so I'm going to pull it off a little bit. A lot of times people just grab it with their mouths like this. And it pulls right on out. God, that tastes good. Tastes like grilled lobster. That is amazing. Now, you also have lots of calories inside of the abdominal cavity. And a lot of people will suck out through the eyes or suck out through the internal cavity. The deal is that you have gone and fire roasted this. So you're not going to be able to pull it out like you would if you were boiling it. So you're going to open it up, expose all that. It's lots of calories. And you go ahead and eat that as well. Alright? And a lot of people are saying that's absolutely disgusting at this point. When you're in a survival situation, your body's going to change your opinions on a lot of these things. It knows what it needs. And when you start needing the calories, it's going to find a way. Now, your crawfish claws, I know they're small, but they contain meat. So you break the bottom claw off. A lot of times that fire will help you make the shell a little bit more brittle. It breaks a lot easier. Open it up. And get every ounce of that meat out, because that is good, healthy protein, and it'll keep you going. Alright, so guys, there is your crawfish on a stick. And it's definitely worth going after. If you don't have pots and pans, survival situation, just for fun, crawfish are an awesome delicacy coming up on spring. Eat them if you can find them, enjoy them, and like and subscribe, guys. As always, till next time.